Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. Today we're going to be testing some new products and a new brand to me. I haven't even unboxed this yet, but it did come in the mail. So this is a package from TYPOLOGY. If you guys are anything like me, your Instagram feed, your YouTube feed, everything is full of people trying this brand. But I feel like everybody that I see try this was either sent the products or they're sponsored by the brand, so sent the product. And while I feel like you can trust some people and what they're posting and what they're saying, even in a sponsorship, I'm not saying everybody is lying. I just find it a little bit weird that it seems like there's not a ton of reviews of people who are buying this on their own. I feel like there's just some brands that are like that. So I really want to put this to the test, hopefully give you guys some good insight on the products. So let's go ahead and just dive in. The package came in just this kind of cardboard mailer. Inside of the mailer, the products themselves are in these little packages, which is nice that they're well protected. It seems like there must be 2 products in one of these because I did actually use a coupon code. Yeah, so there's 2 in one, and then there is another product in this other one. These actually seem like really protective, so I don't know, I'm kind of happy about this. These products are not cheap. I did pull up my order so that we can talk about the prices and how much I paid for everything, but they're not cheap. This is why it's taken me so long to try this brand. I have been wanting to try this brand for probably about 1.5 years, but like I mentioned earlier, I feel like everybody I see talk about it has been gifted the product. And sometimes I just think that that can taint the review because this is a very expensive brand overall, in my opinion. Now, you might get what you pay for, whatever, you can make the argument, but I'm just saying, like, the price tag for a foundation or a complexion product, we'll call it, is expensive. So let me just go ahead and show you guys exactly what I paid. So I did pick up 2 products, and I just want to go ahead and make sure that I'm saying this in this video if it's not implied already. I paid for these with my own money. They have no idea I'm making this video. It's not sponsored or gifted or anything like that. I just genuinely wanted to try the brand because I've seen so many people talk about it. I think my makeup preferences are leaning more towards this type of a look that the brand kind of has. More of that kind of like effortless, no makeup, and just like a fresh, healthy looking makeup look is what I've been kind of going for. I also feel like my skin's been really, really dry lately, so I'm wanting all the hydration. I'm wanting just like a nice, natural look, okay? So the one product that I've always really wanted to try from the brand is their tinted serum. I want to talk a little bit about this because they talk about how their products are skincare first, makeup second. That's great. However, I'm going to speak for myself and just say that I'm buying this as a foundation or a tinted serum type product. I'm really not looking at it for the skincare benefits. I'm going to say that it's nice that it has the skincare benefits, but I'm not planning on using a ton of this product each time I put it on my face. And so I really want to rely on my skincare to do what I want from skincare. This does say on my invoice here, and I'll put a screenshot here of the prices and everything, but it says tinted serum with vitamin C, squalane, and aloe vera. Those are great ingredients. I'm glad that they're in there, but I'm kind of looking at this like a makeup product personally. If you're someone who this would be your skincare, I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like it kind of with sunscreen, if you're not going to use a ton of the product on your face, is it really giving you all the benefits that that ingredient typically would? I don't know. But I'm looking at this as a foundation or a complexion type product that's going to give me some color on my skin. This is $44.90. It seems like the price has gone up a lot over just a few years. I did see a review, and I have seen so many reviews because I was really going back and forth about trying this brand. So I'm sorry, I don't remember whose it was. Actually, I think it might have been Kaki's review, and I'll link that down below. I really did like her review, but I will say a big selling point for her when she tried this was that it was affordable. It was like in the $20 range, I want to say. And now it's $44, and I don't feel like her video was that old. I know that inflation is a thing, okay, but that just seems like a really big jump personally. So anyways, $44.90. But the other product I really wanted to pick up was their color corrector for redness. So this is their corrector with niacinamide 2% in it and green seaweed extract. So it's a green color corrector, and this was $36.50. I felt like if I was going to try one product from the brand, and I'm already going to be ordering from them, that I wanted to go ahead and try 2 products, but my total in all was $81.40. That's not cheap for 2 products. I kind of justified it though, because last year I want to say I spent under $100 total on makeup, and so I kind of had the itch to try some new things, and I felt like because I did such a good job last year of not buying so much new makeup and just like wasting money on new products, that this is something I really wanted to try, and so I did kind of treat myself and get several new makeup products. You guys will see a makeup haul on my channel soon, but I'm really excited to try this out. So let's just jump into it. So these are the two that I landed on. Now, with all of the sponsorships and all of the gifted product I'm seeing people try, there are not any coupon codes, which I feel like is typically what comes along with sponsorships and everything and people getting gifted these products. But the one coupon code that I was finding, which not even called a coupon code, but the one code I was finding was, oh, shop through my link and you'll get this free product. So I want to say I went through Clancy Burke's link to get this, but like everybody that talks about it pretty much has the same link. And so I got this, which is the Biphase Eye Makeup Remover with 1% pea peptides and castor oil. And it's just a makeup remover. It says, of course, it's $0 on the invoice because this was free with purchase with the code. Which this is a pretty small bottle for a makeup remover. It is smaller than my hand, so just for some reference here. Let me see if it smells like anything. That would be my biggest thing. I don't smell anything, which is good for me. This is what the cap looks like, so you might put it on like a reusable cotton round or something. I will try that out, but we'll see. Now, I'm giving you guys a lot of information here, but I want this to be like a well-rounded review and also try to cover the gaps that I wasn't finding in a lot of the reviews I was looking for. There are some really good reviews out there, don't get me wrong, but I want to fill the gap of having a review that's not anything gifted or anything sponsored. So right now I'm going to try on both of the products together. However, you might not be interested in the green corrector for redness. And so if you're not, it might skew how this is going to look on my skin from my before and after. If you're not interested in this green color corrector and you're only interested in the skin tint, skip to this time on the screen, and I'm going to apply the skin tint just on my face over my daily moisturizer like I normally would. That's not going to be over any other product that's going to make it look different. If you're wondering what moisturizer I'm going to be using, it is this one from Glow Recipe. It is their Plum Plump. This is my second bottle of it. Full disclosure, I was gifted the first one, but I have since repurchased the second one for myself. This is my every single day daytime moisturizer, and I do want to show you guys the texture of it so you can get an idea of what's on my skin. It is a very lightweight moisturizer, but I feel like it really gives my dry skin a nice base for makeup. This is what it looks like right when you first apply it, but I've had this on already for at least 30 minutes or so. So it's already kind of sunken into my skin, and it's not really going to change any type of product that's going to go on over it. So it's already dry on my skin. I just want to share what I have on there. I got this package while I was at work today, so I've already had a full face of makeup on. I just washed it off, and so if I were to apply a foundation without a moisturizer in between washing my face and applying it, it would honestly mess with what it would look like typically, because my skin is pretty sensitive and it's very dry, and so washing my face dries it out. So I need to add some of the moisture back into it. All of that to say that my plan is, first I'm going to try both products because I'm excited to try them today, but then I will also test the makeup remover on camera if you're curious about it, since I have it, and then I'm going to apply just the skin tint so that hopefully it will give you guys a good idea if you're not interested in the green color corrector. And actually, when I do that, I will just apply the moisturizer to half of my face so you guys can really see the difference of this product on just like totally bare skin, but also on the moisturized skin. My skin concerns are mostly, like I've mentioned, dryness. I do have very fair skin, but I have a lot of redness. I do want to show you what my skin looks like before I put any products on, so that way you guys can see. The only thing I have on right now is that moisturizer, and I do have on a lip balm. But this is my skin before the product. My skin is pretty dry usually. The moisturizer does help, but I have pretty significant bags under my eyes. These are just kind of because I have bad sinuses is what I've decided it's from. I don't know. I have horrible sinuses, and so I feel like a lot of this is kind of because of that. But I also have a good bit of redness on my cheeks. And I find that with lighter coverage foundations, it's really hard to cover up redness, especially because I do have lighter skin. And so I feel like the pigment in the lighter products blends out so quickly. Sometimes it looks like translucent. I don't know. I've never really been tan in my life, so I've never really used a lot of more tan foundations. But I do find that in the past, if I've ever gotten a foundation that was like a shade or two too dark on accident, it definitely covered up the redness a lot more. So I did pick up the lightest shade in this product. And I'm really hoping that it does kind of cover up the redness just a little bit. That's all I want. I know it's not gonna like cover it completely, but I want it to cover it at least a little bit. Okay, so let's start out with the color corrector. Again, this is the green one. I don't know if they had other ones, but I mentioned my redness. That's really what I need this for. So this does have a nice little doe foot applicator. I will say I really like their packaging. I like just how kind of simple it looks. It says it's 97% naturally derived, and this is a French brand. It does say made in France on the back. I'm not really going into like the whole spiel of the brand. I feel like everybody else is doing that. I just want to look at the product. Like, I'm not trying to feed into all of the gimmicks that I've been seeing personally. Of course, I'm speaking from my own experience here. I'm not saying that, you know, what we are seeing of people that have been gifted this, they're not like honest reviews, but I just feel like sometimes things might be skewed if you get it for free. I'm just going to start out by dotting this on the face, especially where I have redness, which is mostly on my cheeks. I guess I'll just start out with one side. I'll put a little bit here on the cheeks, and I'm actually going to put a tiny bit on my under eye bag because my under eye bags are purple, but they definitely do have like a hint of red in them. And so I'm curious to see if this helps cover it up. It has like a cooling feeling on it is my first impression of this. And I do like that it's actually green, but it's not like a green paint. I've tried some in the past that have felt like a paint. So I'm just going to blend this out with my fingers and see how I feel about it. In person, I can still see a tiny green tint right here. I think you can too, depending on how the light hits it. Like right here, you can see it's still a bit green, and also on my under eye, which I think is a good thing because I want it to really cancel out the redness, but it's definitely still there. Let's try and add just a little bit more. Put a little bit farther back this time. I know it's not gonna cancel it perfectly, but I do want it to even out my skin tone. I feel like to give the skin tint as much hope as I can, I do need the green product. Okay, it's definitely still, you know, a little bit red, but I honestly do feel like right here it is covered up a little bit. I really hope I like these products. I didn't just buy them to like hate on them, you know what I mean? Like, I want to like them. I'm not sure if this is like the best idea to put it on the under eye, but I figured I might as well try it. Okay, so here is the side with the color corrector. Again, you can still see the green, but I'm gonna put a foundation type product, the skin tint, over it, so you know, that's okay that it still shows the green. And then here is the side without it, so we can see the difference. Okay, I mean, I think it tamed it a little bit, which is kind of what I expected. And I don't mind the redness right here because, you know, it's where you put blush anyways. Okay, so last spot is I just want to add a little bit more right here and just see what it does. But it seems to be like blending in nicely. I like that it doesn't feel like a paint, but I do like that it has like a green tint to it. I also have tried some products that just like blend away immediately and they don't seem like they were tinted at all. So this seems like kind of a more subtle version of like an easy medium. It's definitely less coverage than more. I'm gonna shake the skin tint. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I feel like I should. Oh yeah, it says light coverage, natural finish, shake before use, apply 3 to 4 drops, blend with brush or fingers. But before I do that, I forgot I need to add the green corrector to the other side of my face. I'm gonna apply it to the cheeks, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the under eye. I feel like I might as well just try it out. This side definitely has less redness. Usually I have more on the left side of my face, so should have less to cover on this side. I don't know, I really like that it actually has a green tint to it. That might sound silly to say, like it's a green color corrector, it should have a tint, but I haven't tried a million of them or anything, but the ones I've tried, I've never found one that I really love. So I would love to find one that I do. But okay, let's try the skin tint. I already shook it, so we're just gonna go right in. I know this has a dropper, which I'm not the biggest fan of usually, but we're gonna try it out. So I'm gonna drop this onto my fingers, and it says 4 or 5 drops. So let's try it with one. Oh, there's nothing in it. So I'm gonna dip it back into the bottle and pick up some more product. 2, 3, 4. Let's start with 4. The first one was kind of like a half drop, I feel like, but that's how much 4-ish drops get you. So I'm just gonna start with kind of like patting this over the skin. I think I'm gonna try and blend it in with my fingers, which I pretty much never do, but with this type of product, I feel like it just kind of calls for that. So let's just try it. So as the product is drying, the green one, I really feel like it's covering up a lot of the redness. Like you can still see it a little bit for sure, but I don't know, guys. Like I'm actually really impressed with that. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend it in with my fingers. I don't know about that shade. Hopefully as I blend it in, it looks better. I also saw in a lot of the reviews where they talked about how if you are in between shades or whatever, you can order the second one for 50% off or whatever, but now it's only 30% off, which is not a good enough deal for me to want to buy it. I'm gonna turn this light on right here so I can actually like see, but I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but this seems like it's way too dark for me. That's not good. I'm gonna be so disappointed if this doesn't even work. Yeah, type 1 fair. This is the lightest shade. Oh no. To be honest, I didn't even consider that as a possibility. Their swatches, like this definitely seemed like it was gonna be the perfect shade for me. I definitely feel like on camera it looks more like it works, but I don't know, in person, it's looking like it's too dark for me. I can still see some green right here. I don't know how I feel about this right now. I'm gonna wipe this product off my fingers, and then I'm actually gonna turn on my mirror light that I have right here. This is what I usually use in the morning when I get ready. So I just wanna give it like the most normal look at my skin. Maybe it's just a little dark in my room, I don't know. Okay, let me blend that in on my nose. It did blend really nicely, like it doesn't seem too patchy or anything. Am I about to eat my words? Am I about to love this? I mean, I want to like it because like I paid a lot of money for it, but wow. Okay, now that I have the light on, it looks like it's my skin tone a little bit more. I'm gonna turn off the light that you guys can see better with, even though it's darker now. This is how I usually get ready, so I want to see kind of what that would look like up close. There's a couple spots on my nose I didn't blend in very well. I might be obsessed with this because now that I have the light, like this light up here is better for filming, but my light on my mirror is like what I can really see my skin with, and I feel like it looks really good. I can see a little bit of the green right here, so I don't know if maybe I put too much on. I was really layering it up. Wow. Okay, wait. This is what's going on in my head right now. This is what I wish my skin looked like when I wake up, like without any products. It has set, like it doesn't feel sticky at all, but it feels like there's a tiny bit of like a dampness, if that makes sense. Like it's not dry and it's not sticky. Wait, okay. This is like exactly what I've been wanting. I am not being, I don't know, like I hope I'm not being dramatic, but I really like how this looks on my skin. This like makes me feel so confident, and it would take like no time at all. I definitely still need some more coverage on my under eyes. Like that's never gonna change. Like I just have like really bad under eye bags, but it did take away some of the purpley tone in it. I feel like there's definitely some redness still. Okay, like don't get me wrong, but it's better, right? I'm about to have to look at my own before and after. I'm like really shocked right now because I wanted to like it, right? But then I'm like, you know what? I need to see if this is gonna work on my fair skin because nothing light coverage ever covers up anything. It started out and I felt like it was too dark, but I don't think it is. Like by the time I put on all my other like face products and stuff too. Wait. Actually really like this. I'm so glad because it was so expensive. I hate this, but I love it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like fall in love with like the super expensive product, but foundation takes me forever to use up, so it's a good investment. And this green corrector is gonna take me forever to use up. It is smaller than the skin tint, if you were wondering on like the size comparison. Let me show you another foundation. I feel like the Wet n Wild one is a pretty like standard one that a lot of people have, so there's a comparison on that. I don't know if you guys like care about that so much. But that's the like size comparison if you were curious about it. Wait, I'm actually like really excited about this. I feel like it just looks like really natural. Like this is what I want my skin to look like when I wake up. That's what I just keep thinking of, like, wow, it would be so nice to not have so much redness on like a daily basis. I honestly feel like all I would do is put concealer on my under eyes. I don't know, like the redness is, like I said, it's still there, but it's a skin tint. It's not meant to be like full coverage at all. Okay, maybe everybody is just like completely telling the truth. I need to be more trusting. I don't know. Okay. So I did not buy any concealer or anything from them. Like this stuff was too expensive. I was not trying to just buy everything. And I also didn't buy the luminizing primer I feel like a lot of people had. But I do want to try just a little bit of concealer, and I feel like I'm going to go for this one from Rare Beauty. This is probably my lightest coverage concealer, but with this type of look, if I'm going for like no makeup, I feel like that's, oh no, I need to show you the after. Hold on, I'm going to try and like wipe that off. Whoops. I'm going to show you guys like what it looks like after to go with the before. So here it is after. Let me turn off my mirror light so it's the same. So I'll put these next to each other, but here's the after of how the skin is looking. I'm really curious to see the before and after on my own skin. I don't know, on everybody else, I felt like it looked like a filter. I will say that there's a couple reviews that really stood out to me more than others. If I'm being honest, Kaki's review was really good, and one of you guys suggested for me to watch her review, so thank you for that. And also really like Andrea Mattiliano's review of it, and I feel like you could really see how it looked on their skin, but if I'm not mistaken, one or both of them used other products with the skin tint. Like they used like the luminizing product either underneath it or with it. And that to me kind of changed, like, okay, well, what if I just want the skin tint? And it doesn't seem like a ton of people are really into like the green color corrector, but heck, if you have a lot of redness, you know, I'm not the only one. I'm also gonna go and just put the concealer on my eyelids, which by the way, I never blend this concealer out with my fingers, but I'm just trying to go for it. So that feels like a lot of coverage now that I'm mixing it with such a light coverage complexion product. So I'm just gonna take my sponge from this morning and just kind of blend out the concealer, take a little bit of the coverage away and help blend it into the skin tint. I don't know, I feel like for years I've wanted a skin tint or like a light coverage product, and I've never found one that I liked. And I do feel like part of that is like the redness in conjunction with my fair skin, because I just feel like it just blends to nothing and the redness is just there. Like the red just seems so prominent to me, at least. I don't know. I definitely see the redness a little bit more now. I feel like the product was darker when I first put it on, and then maybe once it like sinks in, it isn't as like dark or has as much coverage. Because is it just me, or do you see the redness now? Let me turn the mirror back off. Do you see the redness a little bit now more than when I first blended it out? I don't know. Am I being too picky? Maybe, but I'm trying to give you all the details on this. You can always skip, but I'd rather give you more information than not enough. Turn that back on. It's just easier for me to see with a mirror on, but I wanted the before and after to have the exact same lighting, so they did. Okay. All right, let me just put on a little bit of makeup, maybe something that I would do if I was going for this type of look, and let's just see how it comes together. All right, so for bronzer, let's use this cream bronzer from Tarte. It's in the shade Breezy. I'm just gonna use it on a sponge. This is not my favorite bronzer. You guys know I love the Oma contour product, the cream contour, but I feel like I kind of want to switch it up. Just do like a little bit of something different. Just gonna go over that. And I also just want to see how this looks like once I've added cheek products. I think I will use my bronzer brush. I was trying to avoid that because I don't want to get little hairs in this product, but hopefully it won't shed too much. I'm like really liking how my skin looks right now because I feel like it's just like a very summery type of lightweight look, and I feel like when it's really hot outside, I'm gonna like this type of product on my skin. Okay, I want to try this new product I got on as well with this. I've been so excited to try these together. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewy Flush. You guys might have already seen this on my Instagram a little bit, but I have been really excited to try this with the skin tint. I ordered the skin tint first, and then I ended up getting the blush, or the flush, whatever, it's a blush. But I thought that they would go really nicely together. And I don't know, I've just been wanting like a no makeup look. I feel like it's always something that I've liked on other people, but I've always been so like obsessed with makeup and like wanted to do a full face all the time. But I don't know what it is, like if it's that I'm getting older or my lifestyle is a little bit different than it used to be. I don't know, but I've been really like wanting that no makeup look. I don't know. I'm loving this blush, by the way, just in case you were curious. For the brows, I'm gonna do like almost nothing to them, but I gotta do something. So I'm just filling them in like a tiny little bit. So I do wish that this brand would have coupon codes, because I think about this a lot, and I think I might do like a get ready with me where I talk about this. So if you have any like input or like things that you want me to talk about in the video on this topic, leave them in the comments of this video, and I'll wait to film that one until you guys have had some time to comment. But first of all, I feel like, and I don't want to get too much into this because I want that video to be about it, but I feel like sometimes I feel like there's a lot of brands that are specifically like influencer brands. Like there's definitely some where I'm like, all right, it's the beginning of the month, everybody I watch is going to be sponsored by them or whatever. I don't know how I feel about that, I guess. And so I kind of wanted to just chat with you guys about it and like share my thoughts and see what you guys think and just see like where we're at with it, just like out of curiosity. But also, where's my mascara? But also I feel like a lot of these brands are just like they're sponsoring so many influencers, and they give these like really small discounts to people, but their products are super expensive. I'm like, okay, but like wouldn't it be nice if you guys did some type of giveaway where like for every sponsorship, one subscriber or one follower also got the free stuff that you gave this person who, I'm not saying always, but like influencers make a lot of money. And so it's like you guys are giving these products to these people who already make money and have money to buy your products a lot of times. But then they're influencing everyday people like myself to spend their money on this. And like maybe they're losing the concept of like how much it costs because it was gifted to them. Not everybody. There's always exceptions, okay? I'm just saying in general. I feel like I'm seeing themes. Let me know if you guys feel like this. Definitely, to be honest, this brand is one of them. This brand is like, I guess with them being such an influencer brand, I just really wish that like with all these sponsorships, they would at least have some type of like coupon code. Because as nice as it is to get a makeup remover, like I wasn't in the market for a makeup remover, you know what I mean? But I was in the market to save 10 or 15% or 20 if you want. But it doesn't seem like they have any coupon codes from what I was finding, and I'm pretty good usually at finding coupon codes. Look, if y'all have like a 30% off coupon code, put it in the comments for other people to use, but I'm also going to be kind of sad that I didn't get to use it. But yeah, leave it in the comments if you've ever found a coupon code for this brand. But dang, like that would be nice. I'm not putting any mascara on or I'm not putting any eyeshadow on because I'm trying to go for like a more simple look here. No, y'all, I really like this. Okay, the last thing I'm noticing is that my eyelids are creasing, and so I would definitely add some powder. If you're wondering, I use the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara, and I used the e.l.f. Precise Brow Pencil, and now I'm using the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Powder. I'm just putting a tiny bit like around the eye area so it won't crease quite so much. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is definitely just a first impressions, of course, but I did a lot of, I did a lot of research, but in my research, I found that most of these seem to be sponsored or gifted. So far, I'm really liking it. I can't even lie. I do wish that the price point was like a tiny bit cheaper, but everything is expensive now, so I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely still, like, depending on the angle that I'm in, there's some redness, but I don't know, guys. I really feel like it's nice. What do you guys think? Here's the plan. I'm going to go watch the before and after, and then I'm going to film trying this makeup remover, and then I'll show a quick demo of just putting this on my skin. Half of it with moisturizer underneath, and half of it just after I wash my face. So I will show you guys that a little bit later. And I'm gonna keep this makeup on, I guess, like while I eat dinner and just like see how I feel about it. I can't do a whole wear test or anything because it's already like, I don't know, 7 o'clock at night. So that's not gonna happen today. But I really like how this looks. I feel really happy with it. I feel like it's exactly what I wanted. It's just like a lightweight product. It doesn't feel heavy, like it's set down, you know? It feels like it's set. My cheeks feel dewy because I have that blush product on, but like the rest of my face like really does feel set down. So I don't know, so far so good, but I will catch up with you guys in a little bit to take the makeup off and then reapply it. Okay, it has been a little bit and now we're back. We're gonna try this makeup remover. If you're curious of how it's looking after, I don't know, maybe about an hour, not much different. Not a very good wear test, of course, but I do have some reusable little like cotton rounds, and I'm going to try out this Biphase Eye makeup remover on the cotton rounds. Oh, this does say to shake before use, which makes sense because the product is split kind of half and half in the bottle. So it says shake before use, apply the product on a cotton pad, press and hold over the eyes for 5 seconds, and then massage the lids and lashes to remove makeup, including waterproof makeup. So give it a shake. I do think that this brand is supposed to have products with fewer ingredients in it, which I really do appreciate. I wish I had more, I guess, energy to like look into products with less, you know, ingredients in them. I feel like it's probably just better overall in a lot of ways. Not always, of course, but for the most part. Okay, so I've just put some on my cotton round and I'm just gonna do what it said and put it on the eye. Of course, I don't have any eyeshadow on, so it doesn't have a ton to remove, but I can definitely remove my mascara. Okay, this doesn't seem to be a scented product, which I really like. I don't want all my products to be scented, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of this. I do wonder how much this product retails for because of course this one was free with purchase, and so it's probably something that I'll use because I have it, but I don't know that I would ever purchase it. I don't know, never say never. So it is definitely removing my makeup though. Oh, by the way, I did look at the before and after pictures, and yeah, I feel like you can tell pretty clearly in that. I really like how the before and afters look for sure. This makeup remover seems pretty oily for sure. Like it feels like an oil on the skin, which makes sense that it would take off your makeup, but I kind of wonder like if you took your makeup off and then let it sit on your skin, if that would do any good for it, because it just feels like a face oil. I will not be testing that though. I am going to wash my face after this because I want to show you guys the serum just on my skin without, of course, the color corrector. But this does seem to be removing my makeup fine. I typically just do a double cleanse method with my face wash, and that is how I prefer to remove my makeup. I don't tend to use like a specific makeup remover. It seems to work fine for me. I don't know. It doesn't feel harsh at all, I will say, but it's definitely oily. Like I think you can see that. So it does remove it. So here's the two, if you're curious. Okay, so it didn't use a ton, so I feel like this would last for a decent amount, but given the prices of everything else I've seen from this, I can't imagine this is very cheap. Okay, I washed all the makeup off, and as you can see, my skin is just slightly more red right now, and that's just how it is after I wash my face. It doesn't feel overly dry though, I will say, like with the oil cleanser, maybe that made it feel a little bit more moisturized. I don't know. I don't feel like this is a product that would be worth it for me to buy, but if that's what you're interested in, like it definitely did work and it seemed, you know, seemed nice. But I will say like my skin feels pretty soft right now, which is nice. Okay, so right now I'm just putting on my Glow Recipe Plum Plump moisturizer onto half of my face, and I'm just doing that because this is what I would typically do, but in case you're just wanting to see the skin tint just on bare skin with no product, I also want to be able to show you guys that. So while the moisturizer sinks into my skin a little bit, I want to actually look up the price of that because on my end it just shows $0 since I got it free with purchase. Oh wait, no, this is just the eye makeup remover. Oh, well, it did remove my eye makeup. Is it just me, or do we not need a makeup remover that's just for eye makeup? Like I want it for my whole face. So their regular cleanser is a little bit bigger than this, but this is just the eye makeup remover. So this is 3.38 fluid ounces on the site. This is 3.27 fluid ounces. They're different. Biphase makeup remover. Yeah, this is the same one. I don't know, the one on the website is a little bit bigger, so it seems like the one that they do free with purchase is potentially like a different product in its own. It's not even on the site. That's what I'm seeing. That's, I don't know about that. But this is $25.90 for the other size, but this is like slightly smaller, which I think is a little bit odd. I don't know. Take that as you will, but I just wanted to share that. So anyways, now this is kind of sunken into the skin a little bit. So let me show you the before. This is the side with no product on my skin at all. I've just washed my face. And then this side of my face, it does have the Glow Recipe Plum Plump moisturizer on it. So once again, I'm going to shake the skin tint, but this time, now that I know it kind of doesn't have the product in it already, I'm going to squeeze out what's in it and kind of drop it back in to pick up more. And I'm going to just go ahead with 4 drops again. So they're kind of not perfect drops to, okay, the first one again was kind of like a half drop, but it was like that earlier. So I'm going to kind of spread the product out on both of my hands, and then again, I'm just going to work this in with my fingers like I did earlier. In person, this does feel like it's a bit deep for my skin as I'm blending it in. And I could tell like right here, I didn't blend it in well enough earlier. I could tell in the photos. But once it kind of set, it seemed to match my skin okay. Like it didn't seem too dark. I feel comfortable wearing it. For me personally, it does feel like it's blending out better over the side with the moisturizer on it, which is what I tend to find. Like this side does feel a little bit drier now, but this side feels a little bit more moisturized. Yeah, it definitely seems to be sitting better and blending better too on the side that had moisturizer. This is the side with no product on my skin at all. This is the side that had no moisturizer on my skin. And then this side of my face does have the Glow Recipe Plum Plump. So I can definitely tell a difference where I had the green color corrector. I feel like there's a lot more redness peeking through. I mean, that's to be expected though, I feel like it is a tinted serum, you know. It feels really lightweight. I do like the texture of it. This is like, I don't know, I'm having a hard time like saying like, oh, it's amazing, you need it. But if you're in the same boat as me and this seems like what you're wanting, like I do really like it. I have tried a couple drugstore, like lower end on the price point, tinted moisturizers and lower coverage things, and I don't find that the color usually works for me. I either find it's like too yellow or it blends away into nothing, or I just don't like the texture of it. Like maybe it's a little bit like more drying than I want it to be. I don't know, but I do like the texture of this one. I really like it on top of the moisturizer. Let me add just a little bit more and see if I can build up any coverage. So that was 4 drops. Well, it was like 3.5 because that first drop was kind of nothing, but I'm gonna add this much more to the side that I have the most redness on. And again, this is the side that had no moisturizer on underneath. See, it looks too dark. I don't know. It looks a little bit darker in person, I feel like. But it is nice that you can kind of build up some coverage. Like, that looks really good. But I gotta blend it out more. Also, maybe if you don't have moisturizer on underneath, you might need a little bit more of the skin tint. I'm gonna also add just a tiny bit more right here because apparently I've got a bump coming in. And I guess I'll go ahead and add this to my other cheek where there's redness. Okay, so after adding some, that I feel like added a lot of coverage actually. I still am glad that I picked up the green color corrector. I don't remember how much you have to spend to get free shipping, but I want to say that this wasn't enough on its own. I don't even know if did I get free shipping? Get a free complimentary gift with every purchase over $100. By the way, that gift was like a little makeup bag. Do not spend $100 to get that little makeup bag. That's crazy, to me at least. Okay, it's actually the next day, but I did wear these 2 products today and I wanted to show you what my makeup looks like now. So I have had my makeup on for a little over 12 hours and I just want you guys to be able to see like kind of how it wore. So it wore like any other foundation pretty much. I will say I'm pretty bad about touching, especially my cheeks throughout the day. I wish I didn't do that. It might contribute to a lot of the redness that I have. but it hasn't like broken apart or anything. I still think it looks, you know, nice, especially for being over 12 hours being on my face. I will say though, it does look slightly more matte than I would have expected for the end of the day, but I have dry skin, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But I do want to also note that I have this Kokie primer underneath. I tried that out today. This is a pretty hydrating primer, so I don't think that made it more matte, but I did just want to point that out because I have it on underneath the products, but I don't think it would have made a difference with how it wore. So anyways, I just wanted to pop in and show you guys really quick what my makeup looks like after over 12 hours of wearing these products. It's definitely still first impressions, and I'm not telling you to go out and spend $80 right away buying these two. I'll definitely try and keep you guys posted. So hopefully this is helpful to you guys. Let me know down below if you have ever tried this product. A lot of the feedback was just that you guys have also seen it from influencers, but I've never tried it. So I'm curious to know if any of you guys on YouTube have tried it. But I just wanted to share my thoughts and my experience with trying this out. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I am going to try and post some more for you guys. I have been enjoying kind of filming and posting content again lately. So thank you guys so much for being on my channel. Your guys' comments are always so nice and I love talking with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.